How is it going, guys? Drew Peacock here, Team No Sleep. Today we are going to be removing the wrap. I haven't slept yet because if I did, I wouldn't wake up till 6 p.m. So I'm just not going to sleep. I'm going to reset my sleep schedule and we'll be good. Anyway, like I said, we are removing the vinyl wrap today. Again, it looks decent in photos and it looks decent on camera, but in person I am noticing a lot of imperfections and it has got to go. I already have the dip, which I will be revealing the color in a bit, so stick around for that. But the wrap has to go. It cannot stay any longer. I am tired of fiddling with it. I am tired of these little bubbles popping up all over. There's a bubble here. Look at this huge bubble down here. All on the other side, same thing. Let's walk across really quick. Same thing, just bubbling, bubbling, bubbling. Just, oh my God, bubble, bubble, bubble. Now, it's not the wrap's fault. I installed it improperly with my buddy who claimed to know a good amount about wrapping. Me and him didn't do the best job. We did a good job. For my first time, I'm not upset. I think it came out great, and I do like the wrap. But I would have liked to put a little bit more time into actually laying the vinyl, making sure I squeegeed out all of the air so none of these bubbles popped up. Vivid's vinyls seem to work great. I've heard a lot of good things about them, and I'm not going to blame these little errors on them because I messed up. I'm not a pro wrapper, and so I didn't expect it to come out perfect. You'll see a lot of people on YouTube, when their project doesn't come out the way that they pictured it, they'll blame the product, and I'm not going to do that. I know that I'm not a professional rapper, so I'm not going to sit here and be like, yeah, the product's failing. Oh, this is disgusting. Don't buy it. No. I messed up. I'm not a professional rapper. I did it in my garage. I didn't expect it to last years and years and years with show quality performance, which is why I think it'll be cool to show you guys what it'll look like if you dip your own car, which is why I'm going to be dipping it. But anyway, let's put you guys on a tripod. Let me put in the AirPods so I can play some tunes, and let's start ripping off this shit. Actually, let's do the first piece live. Oh, the moment I've been waiting for. What should I rip off first? So again, it's a weird feeling, but I've planned it good. So the car is going to be at my parents' house for a couple of days while it's unwrapped. Once the weather passes over during the weekend, I'm going to be taking it to a buddy's shop and we're going to put it in a paint booth and we're going to be dipping it. So it's only going to be unwrapped for a couple of days. But what do I want to unwrap first? I think I'm going to start with either the bumper or the hood because they don't have any paint underneath. It's just primer for the most part. So if they start to mess up, whatever. If I start to, rip off the clear coat off of the door, then we got some issues. Then I got to bust out the heat gun and make sure that I'm warming up the glue before I do this. But I don't think I've had it on long enough to where it will really adhere to the clear coat. So we'll see. But I think I'm going to start with this thing, the thing that's been giving me the most headaches. And it'll also be interesting to see what happened under here while my car was at the shop. I got it back and I noticed a little bit of damage up front with all this. So it'll be interesting to see what they did at the shop. But let's go ahead and just start with this corner, the infamous corner that I've tried to touch up 1,000 times. Let's just rip off this shit. So far it's not ripping up the clear coat or the primer, so that's good. That's all just gray primer, which is fine. And let's get back under here and let's just see. Ooh, all right, I need to go get a trash can or something, but after this panel. So I think down here I did put a little bit of super glue, which is why this part really doesn't want to come off. Again, this thing wasn't painted to begin with, so I didn't care if I used super glue to hold down some corners on this panel in particular, or the bumper, I guess you can call it. But oh God, it's really on there. I'm not gonna lie. This is a lot stickier than I thought. Again, just showing that, again, if you lay the vinyl right, it'll stick. Oh, you don't know how good this feels. I've hated this bumper for so long, just because I wish I took the bumper to a shop to have them do it, because it's just so complex. I mean, this isn't an easy bumper to do, but oh, this is satisfying. Oh, let's just go all the way across, all the way. All right, let me put you guys on a tripod and let's start ripping this thing off. All right, so I know I said I was gonna put you guys on a tripod, but I wanted to finish the bumper first, and it turns out it's a lot of small pieces. So let me see if it's only the bumper like that, or if I try to remove this fender, if it's gonna be the same exact way, because that would be really, really annoying. Let's see, let's get this little corner, and maybe if we just gently, nope, I could already tell just by looking at it, it's gonna be kind of annoying. Let's see, let's just gently work at it. Maybe if we really just work the edges up, it won't tear. Yeah, this is starting to work. All right, and it looks like I fucked it up. well, this might be a bit more of a pain than I thought. All right, so it's a couple hours later. Let me show you what we got. Couple hours later, and the help of my mother. You know, free labor isn't easy to get, okay? But I'll take what I can. And she helped me. She helped me and she did a good job. So I just want to thank her really quick. But we got most of the car done. It is a lot easier if the panels are in the sun. It heats up the glue, it warms it up, it makes it a lot easier. If not, it's just really brittle and it just rips like no tomorrow. So what I would recommend you do if you're removing wrap, at least for Vivid, leave it in the sun, let it heat up, and you'll be good. It actually looks really sleek without the wing. I kind of like it. But we're gonna go ahead and flip the car, and then we're gonna start on the driver's side. Let me just remove that last piece and we'll be good. But watch how easy this is. Of course, there's a helicopter about to fly over, but once you get the piece going, it literally just goes. It just goes for as long. I mean, it's better with two hands. With two hands, I mean, you can do panel by panel for the most part. I mean, I did the whole rear quarter with two hands, just like there was no tomorrow. The whole roof, I just did one whole piece. When it's in the sun, it makes it a lot easier. And again, if you have two hands, but yeah, let it bake in the sun and it makes it really slick. Again, I do kind of like the no wing look. It looks really sick. I love the paint too, but nope, I am tired of rock chips. It's funny because the rock chips don't affect the wrap, but it affects what's underneath. And see, this is just primer, just cheap, just, you know, AutoZone primer. And yeah, you could see where all those rock chips would still hit, but it didn't affect the wrap, which is good. But it's got me a little bit nervous about the dip, because I know dip isn't as durable, at least not as durable as Vivid's vinyl, because this is thick as shit. But we'll see how it holds up. Anyways, let me flip the car and then I'll be back out here in like 10 minutes. All right, guys, new wrap is done. Looks great, looks beautiful. I call it Tony the Tiger. Anyways, car is flipped. I'm gonna let it bake in the sun really quick to soften up that glue. Yeah, it actually didn't rip off any paint. My buddy was saying, you know, be careful, it could rip up the clear coat. I was expecting it for sure to rip up the primer on the bumper, because that's just cheap AutoZone shit. But the only place it ripped up was where I predicted it to, which was right there. It was already fucked up. So didn't rip up any of my actual paint. Even where my roof is fading, didn't rip up any of that. So that's great. I'm gonna let it bake and we'll be back out here. The only thing that has me nervous is after I get all that shit off, I have to find a way to get rid of the silicone fender flare liners. And well, then she'll be pretty much ready to be dipped for, well, not really, but still. About 15 minutes and one bag of cheese ruffles later, let's get back to work. All right, so I got the car pulled in how it will be. The bumper, well, it looks like it does need to be sanded a bit. It did peel up some primer in areas, not all over, but I'm just gonna go ahead and sand the whole thing down again, re-primer it, and then it'll be good to go. That stuff I'll take off when I actually remove them, when we're about to dip. So that stuff will stay on for now. Same with the antenna over there. I don't feel like taking apart my door panels right now, so there's still some wrap in there. I'll do that either tomorrow or the next day. I'm gonna try really quick to see how easy it will be to remove the silicone, because that's the only thing I'm worried about. Everything else will come off when I finish prepping it. And then if I can remove the silicone, well, I will feel a whole lot better about this whole little time crunch that we're in, because it is Tuesday right now. Tomorrow is Christmas, so I don't know how much time I'm gonna be able to put into it. And then Thursday, I'm gonna have to finish it up. Friday, it's gonna have to be ready to be washed. And then Saturday, we are dipping. So I gotta make sure that it is ready to go. And well, everything else, we'll have to see. It better be ready. I better put in some hours. So anyways, let me go ahead and test out a few different methods on the actual fender flare gaskets, I guess you can call them that, or liners. Let me go ahead and test out a few different methods and see what works best, and then I will let you guys know. All right, so we got this side removed, thankfully. I think I found the technique that works. What we're doing, and I'll show you what we're doing right here on this side, is we have a squeegee and a microfiber, and I switch off between the squeegee by itself and the microfiber, and I'm pretty much just going in there and trying to just work it off of the body. If you can, it's like using a credit card pretty much. Slide it off of that side, slide it off of that side, and then just push it out. And I'm getting pretty large pieces, at least on this side I was. Like this piece right here, it's a pretty sizable piece. But yeah, that seems to be working. And I'm also using prep ball, which is a degreaser. I don't know if it's working too much to soften it up, but it seems to be doing something. So fuck it, I'll keep using it. And well, let's keep going. I hope the wind isn't an issue, so I'll make this quick. What I'm gonna do now is go inside and see if I have any double-sided tape for the louvers and the wing. I had to take them off because, well, there was a wrap underneath it, so I took it off. I'm gonna see, God, the wind is probably gonna suck. I'm gonna see if we have any double-sided tape inside, get those all prepped, and then probably stick them back on. I'm not gonna stick the wing onto the dip. I'm gonna dip onto the wing. Makes more sense like that. So let me go inside and see what we got. All right, so it's getting windy, so I'm not gonna record too much of it, but I got all of the louvers and the wing taped up. So I'm gonna bring them out here, get them stamped on, and then head home. I'm not gonna record it because, like I said, it's getting windy. I just wanna go home and sleep, honestly. So, you know, I'm gonna wrap up the video right here. Actually, I'm gonna wrap up the video at home. So I'll see you guys there. All right, guys, so far so good, but there is still work to be done. I have to remove the door handles and get the wrap stuck behind there. Have to remove the rock guards, get the wrap stuck behind there. Not going to touch the license plate because I can do that when I drop it off at the dip place. Not going to touch the hood pins because, again, I have to take those off anyway when I get there. So I'm going to leave that until I pull up there, remove all of that stuff, and get that out of there. The big thing that I have to do is finish removing the silicone and sand and prime the front bumper. After that, it should be pretty much good to go. Earlier, I said I was going to reveal the color, so here we go, guys. Drum roll, please. I went with something that wouldn't stand out as much, but isn't as basic as just like black or white. So here we go. The color I chose is Wicked Wine. Oh, yeah, who would have guessed? No one, because I actually don't like red. But anyway, I think this will look good on the car. Luckily, I found one on an S197 already, and it looks pretty good. So I hope you guys are excited. I know I am.